Like a life. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Lexi. Hello. Make sure to share, like, follow the live collectives. Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, let's get into the astrology for most of my collectives. Hopefully, everybody's having a beautiful Friday thus far, so far. And everyone's doing well on a Friday night. Okay, so let's get into the sign. Let's see, Leo. The Leo. Let's get into the sign of Leo collectives, okay? And then obviously I'm going to clarify further on a specific sign collectives, okay? Make sure to share, follow, and like, okay? Hello, hello. And if you have any questions, okay, please implement them down below. I'll go ahead and I will answer to your questions, collectives, okay? If you need clarity and understanding. And first and foremost, let's give a big welcome and thanks to our Lord, our Father, okay? Jesus, collectives. Hello, hello, everyone. All right, so let's get into the sign of Leo, collective. Let's see what's going on for the sign of Leo. And then obviously I'm going to go ahead and clarify further. Hello, Ella. Hello, everyone. How are you, collectives? Okay, so my Leos, my beautiful Leos, what is going on with you guys? Hello, 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 hello. My Queen of Wands. Okay, so Leos, there's something that's completely weighing heavy over your head, okay? You could be dismayed. I'm still freezing, I am. I believe that's why I have just the count is going down due to the fact that it is freezing on me. Yeah, I'm gonna restart again, collectives, okay, and then I'll go back into the live and talk about my Leo collectives, okay. I'll restart again. Apologies for that. Hopefully I get a new system, that you guys won't see freezing so much. It could just be maybe the software, the internet overlay. But yeah, let me restart, collectives, okay. All right, okay, I'm freezing. Okay, collectives, I'm freezing. So I'm gonna go out and then I'm gonna come back in, okay? All right, love you all. Hello, 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 hello. Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly now. Let me know if you can hear me clearly now. Thank you, Claudia. I'm going to go into the Leos collectives, okay? Make sure to share, follow, and like the live, okay? So I'm going to go in depth with the Leo collectives, okay? For my Leos, all right? And this is impact on everything and why you should be cautious and also using your discernment here for most of my Leo collectives. This could have happened already initially here. Thank you. Thank you, Claudia, for the crown. Thank you so much. But for my Leos, this could have happened for most of my Leos. And obviously, for those Leos that have Leo ascendants, Leo rising, Leo sun, um, yeah, you're going to have to make a decision, okay? I do believe, my Leos, you have already, for some of you, not all of you, because obviously you're still trying to understand the cause and effect overall on your behalf, but also if you are already in a partnership, okay? There could have been a lot of obviously maybe illusions or stories possibly maybe indicated above your head here on how your partnership, your sense of relationship is indicating or going. Okay, I do believe that a lot of you have already initially reflected on the past and your patterns. Okay, a lot of you could have cut off that pattern and stood in your integrity. Okay, stood in your strength here to basically hold and be patient. I do believe that most of you have followed your sense of intuitions and instincts here on holding on to your partnership no matter how hard it gets. Okay, a lot of you for some reason too as well, even if it's vice versa, Leos, okay, you could have asked initially, family, or maybe you received some sort of advice, but a lot of you already went within and reflected on your initial ways of being and your old ways of being, your patterns. Okay, a lot of you felt like um, it's like some sort of victim mentality in a sense here, you know, me instead of we, right? A lot of you could have cut that out, or it could have been vice versa in a sense here. A lot of you are in tune with yourselves here, for my Leo collectives, okay? So a lot of you could have really surpassed some sort of level here, and it's not for all my Leos, okay? Because a lot of you are still obviously learning lessons. If there was some sort of failure or setback, or initial separation in a sense here. Hello, Craspy. Hello, everyone. Okay. So, Leos, you are learning. A lot of you are truly happy, okay, because you basically put your foot down. You basically remained in your strength, okay? And for those Leos that initially really reflected and took that time to understand what was actually happening and going on. So I do believe the divine God, okay, gave my Leos another chance, okay, another chance, possibly maybe in the current past setting here, because I do believe the divine universe believed that you wasn't deserving of something initially here in the past, okay? So someone could have basically just left you for specific specifications, certain reasons here, materialistic situations and circumstances, thinking that the grass was greener on the other side, and now they're obviously in deep reflection or in sadness and grave regret. Okay, so Leos, if you are currently in some sort of partnership and you felt like it was difficult, you believe for some reason that someone wasn't going to initially change, I do believe that you went within. Okay, and you were like, wait a minute, I feel like I'm going to fail something here. I feel like I'm just starting or instigating problematic issues and problems that obviously have to do with me internally, and I'm taking it out on my partner. I need to continue to basically take a step back and work on myself here and not initiate any burden on my partner here. And a lot of you could have cut out some sort of pattern, some sort of way of being, which is basically running away from problematic issues, situations, not communicating, not talking it out, just wanting to go, reaping havoc here, and having to basically start over and over again, because a lot of you were in fear or inferior of basically receiving love, accepting love for what it actually is and what love is truly all about. So it's like you had to go through some sort of, obviously, maybe trauma trigger, havoc situation, circumstance on why you were feeling some sort of way. So a lot of you, for some reason too, as well, could have felt like, you know what, I'm too stuck on the past, I'm not ready for something new. Let me continue getting some sort of validation, or let me continue to basically speak to someone that obviously initially left you. And that made you feel even less worse of yourself, because this person basically indicated to you that, it's not the same and it's not what you think, and, blase, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm lowering who I am. I'm lowering myself, so a lot of you could have picked up on some sort of red flag indications on the past person or the past situation, and really completely cut that off in a sense. But then a lot of you actually stood feeling stuck or stagnated, not being able to basically utilize of yourself or move forward, because someone completely was not interested or wasn't completely into the partnership in a sense, and having for you to basically do a cycle all over again, Leos, okay? And obviously for some of my Leos, you have picked up, okay? You have taken that time to mentally discipline yourselves and your overall patterns and your ways objectively. And, you stood hard, fighting for what you believe in. You kind of admitted to yourself that you are completely in love with your current partner, your person, and that you're willing to basically go through the waves and the storms, whatever has to basically happen or do, because you believed that the relationship will surpass this, and that this is temporary, and that is correct, okay? That is correct, all right? A lot of you have healed, and a lot of you, in a sense, my Leos, my beautiful Leos, have also helped your partner heal. It could be vice versa, but, your partner or you, Leos, okay, are really recognizing how important both of you are for one another, how both of you match each other's energy, how both of you really change so much. A lot of you are changing in different time zones, time sets, specific days here, but a lot of you are releasing of that and really enjoying yourself. So a lot of you could really be in your strength here at this point in time, okay? Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, see, you walked away, Leos, from empty promises, right? Basically, pain, right? people that basically indicated, yeah, I'll do this, this, and that, and the third, and nothing was ever done, right? You really stood in your own ground here, okay? The fact that you had desire and passion here, the fact that you made some sort of mature decision for yourself, it's what's leading you for things to basically go in your favor, Leos, because you passed this, okay? Ace of Pentacles, see? So I do believe here, the divine was like, here you go. I'm going to give you another second chance, okay? But they didn't tell you what was going to happen and what you basically initially needed to go through and learn from on this second chance and opportune moment. Okay, a lot of you really could have been weighing heavy on the outcome. What's happening? Is anything changing? There's so much changing about you, Leos. Hopefully you are aware of that. Okay, your presence, your communication skills, your presentations, the way you are with people, that's all coming because you have opened up completely to yourselves, and you are well aware of who you are. You're also well aware of the fact that you love, and you're receiving love, and you're very nurturing, very caring, but you're also optimistic, and you're also cautious of your surroundings, but you're also very overly protective of who you really love. Okay, you don't mind defending your person. It could be vice versa. Okay, because both of you are motivating one another to become a better you, and that's amazing. A lot of recognition in the sense here externally too as well is being seen without you having to explain yourself. And that's what you call self-respect. This is why you're receiving blessings, Leos, okay? There's going to be a blessing coming up for my Leos here. It's within your wish fulfillment or your person's wish fulfillment initially here, because they are stopping of their whole old habits and their old ways of being for you, and they're realizing that. Okay, so whom they used to be before, they're seeing some sort of change initially, and it had to take for this person to basically make some sort of self-sacrificial decisions, and also be by themselves to initially know whether or not they can be without you. And I do believe that they cannot be without you. Okay, so there is progress with the Two of Wands. Initially it could be more than one person, but I do believe that there will be some celebratory moments, celebratory times here, unions too as well, which is being fulfilled, and proposals. Okay, so lots of marriages, Leos here. Okay, there was also obviously a past person in grave regret. Okay, because they didn't know how much in charge you were, how great of a strong foundation you had. You might have Virgo in your chart, Leo. You might be dealing with another Virgo. Okay, and you might be dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with that Knight of Cups energy. Okay, someone's very intelligent. Okay, they're ahead of the game. Okay, it could be both of you, it could be one of you, but someone has been really observant, okay, and observational, and basically figuring out certain situations and causes here, when it came to suppressing some sort of pain. But I do believe, they're trying to release themselves from that situation, and they are healing themselves. And the fact that Leos, you actually stood, really stood for a while here, and was a beautiful listener, and you made your own decision, and instead of complaining to someone, instead of judging someone because of the fact that they needed to release of something here and actually heal, you were very patient, okay, and you were willing to work together when it came to this situation, which is that why someone is basically realizing and having an internal sense of realization that they're being aware now. They're having an epiphany moment and taking accountability. Possibly even external parties too as well may have initiated some sort of conversation. It could have been family, about the fact that, wow, you have a wonderful person here. Not everybody's going to sit there and basically really listen to your pain and agony and what you've endured and been through. So that's wonderful, Leos, for some of my Leos. Okay, and also, Leo, you could have been in your head too a lot, thinking that things were going to be so negative, but they actually turned out to be positive. All right, so that's awesome. All right, so a lot of you are still learning, though. Every day we learn something new. Don't worry, Adela. I'll download it and put it on YouTube, okay? Just make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube so you can actually see the video, okay? Thank you, Adela, for sharing the live. Claudia, what will happen with my work and my position? Will I get a promotion? Yeah, Spirit saying yes, you will. Yes, you will. They're recognizing you, Claudia, but they're not saying anything. Okay, they're still observing you here. They're trying to come with a way initially here how to present this promotion to you. But it's not just you overall; it's other parties too receiving some sort of promotion. But I'm seeing a change here initially. You could have basically maybe have spoken about this. Maybe people externally in your department have spoken about some sort of changes being made here, or really, I do believe it could have been a change of department, a change of entitlement, a change of title. But there is changes. Changes are coming along the way, and it's going to happen pretty quickly here. It's because someone higher up is having a sense of internal recognition that changes do need to be made due to the fact of some sort of reporting situation, which is basically everything put on factors of papers, and knowing that they need to make some sort of change here. Because I'm seeing a lot of in and out, in and out, in and out, not really of a steady flow. Because there's a lot of complaining in the sense that someone could be particularly doing too much and not receiving much recognition or acknowledgement. Okay, and I do believe that is up in the works here. But let's clarify, Claudia. Okay, so I mean, I do believe that you are sensing that. You are sensing that there is some sort of beautiful outcome, and there is a beautiful outcome coming for you here. Okay. Yeah, there could have been betrayal in your department, okay? Someone doing too much, all right? Because someone basically felt left out in the cold here, so there could have been some sort of firing going on. It was like someone had some sort of favoritism within a department here, okay? Giving less and more to other people, okay? Distributing work where work didn't need to be distributed, okay? And someone basically put a stop to that too as well, all right? So yeah, there's someone that's going to be taking control initially here, and they took control. They're just not saying anything, okay, because they kind of put a block and a stop to someone that they basically had to release and had to let go because this person was very selfish. Um, uh, Even though they were basically stating that they were so concerned about the company and all this factor, it wasn't really showing. Okay, it wasn't showing on paper. It wasn't even showing within the department here. This does speak of favoritism. Okay, favoritism here, but there's someone that's basically recognizing something here. Okay, they could be counterpart energies, more than one person overly here, maybe two or three parties that are of higher up. Okay, there are going to be cutting circumstances out here too, so everyone can receive some sort of balance and recognition. Okay, so that everyone can basically unite and reconcile and be on good terms. Okay, because there's been a lot of discrepancies overall here. But this is going to be long term for you. This promotion is going to be solidified, solid here, okay? Because we do see the Queen of Pentacles with that Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's just not being spoken of or about, okay? And it is basically an authoritative figure that's going to be communicating with you here, okay? Of what may have occurred, what may have happened, okay? Too much juggling, too much distribution, just too many things that should have not been happened, okay? All right. Okay, you're subscribed. All right, awesome. All right, so collectives. Hello, let's get into another sign, collectives. Okay, if one of you want to put a sign down specifically, put it down below. Do not be afraid of putting a sign, collectives, okay, and we'll get fully into it, okay? And obviously, we will clarify further too as well. Thank you for being on the live, everyone. I do appreciate it. I'm completely grateful for all the likes and the shares and the follows. And just make sure to go ahead and put the signs, okay, and I will go through the signs accordingly as they come in. So I do see Virgo, I do see Aries, okay, so we'll be doing Virgo and we'll be doing Aries, and obviously receiving further clarification from that, okay. You said you will do when you come back. Yes, love. Okay, that's why I started with Leos. But let's do Virgo and Aries, okay. uh Oh yes, that 94 Gator. I do have a video. I believe it's the one previous before that of the Capricorn. If you do want to listen to it fully, just make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Okay, it is the same username as it is in TikTok. Okay. But yeah, I will indicate Capricorn again because remember, energies do change every freaking zero point 0.1 second, depending on the overall free will of the decision of the people, okay, in the situation at hand. All right. Hopefully everybody's having a beautiful Friday. I know I am, and I know I will. And also a wonderful weekend as well. Okay. And obviously the videos, I know a lot of you want to know more of me. I know a lot of you have seen my primary video where it indicated to be continued. Just FYI on that, it is being worked on. It is in the works, okay? On the primary first initial video that all of you are going to basically be seeing, okay? And I will let you know that in advance, okay, and ahead of time, all right? Hello, what are you doing up? 3:34 in the morning? Oh, you're enjoying yourself on a Saturday. Wow. Yeah, you're very far away. I'm here thinking that you were near. So I was going to send you a loyalty bracelet. Um, and I couldn't because I'm like, wow, it's international. And that is so much just to have it sent to you. Okay, so let's do Virgos. Let's get into my Virgos, okay? A lot is going on for my Virgos. You don't know what's about to occur and what's about to happen to my Virgos. And Virgos, you are so deserving of this. I kid you not. You are deserving of this, Virgos. It is a beautiful, oh my gosh, it's like a huge total change. Huge, it's like things are just going in your favor. And you're like, oh my gosh, but nothing's happening. I'm stuck. No, you're not. You know you're not. You feel it. You feel a huge impact, something about to come. And this is why things have been changing for you drastically. Okay. You may not see it, but you see it. Okay. You're taking charge, Virgos. You're tending to yourself. You're taking care of yourself, whom you used to be, whom you used to look like. When it comes to your healthcare concerns, you're on top of it. You're aware of it here. Health is very vital to my Virgos. Okay. Make sure that you are on top of that, because you do so much. You do a lot of acts of service. You make sure that you complete the task at hand. Okay. Initially here though, my Virgos are taking full charge control of their lives. Okay, they're not scared no more to basically say no. When no is no, it's no. If you don't like them, you can keep it moving. Okay, so Virgos are not no longer, twiddling their thumbs and not truly doing anything to a sense where someone believes that, oh, I can contact Virgo. Oh, I can do this for Virgo. Oh, I could. No, no. Virgos will come to you when Virgos are able and capable to come to you. Okay, Virgos now these days are very, very focused in life, in their sense of abundance, their sense of completion. They know how vital and important they are to people, but at this point in time, objectively, they're choosing their people now. Okay, they're not just going towards anything or anyone because they know how important their energy is. They're pretty confident at this point in time, Virgos. Okay, so Virgos are putting their foot down initially, and they know their value and their worth. Okay, and if you do indicate anything to them where you believe that you can manipulate them, in a sense, here you got something coming for you because it's not happening. Virgos are on point. Okay, they may believe, they may have this presentation in their eyes that they don't know obviously what's going on, but you need to know that they do. So hopefully when you come to Virgos, you present yourself, make sure you are coming correct, because Virgos have taken that time. Not that they wanted to, they knew that they had to. Okay, because what's coming for them, they have to be in their strength. Okay, there's obstacles that is going to make them stronger. They have to have the ability to make these decisions for themselves here. If not, they're just going to allow, that sense of feeling taken disadvantage of, or taken advantage of, to the extent where there'll be cause of confusion, to the extent where they'll have this analytical mind, and it won't be a healthy one. It'll be an illness. Okay, and you are steering away from that. Okay, you're only in your head obviously when you know that you need to be. You're only in your head when you know that you need to focus on something that you are tending to currently. Okay, so my Virgos basically have known and are truly disciplined when to block out anything in their mind. Okay, so they basically took control of oneself internally before they took care of themselves externally. So now at this pivotal point in time, you are now tending to yourself externally, and a lot of people are seeing that. But you also have a lot of people that are completely supportive towards you and are in this willingness type of energy to want to continue to conserve you, to continue to help you. They know how wonderful you are as a person. A lot of people people too are on your level, Virgos, okay? They've been there. So yeah, they know what it is to experience what you're experiencing now. A lot of people could possibly maybe proud of you or happy for you. So you're going to see a lot of people that were basically opposed of you to now being polite with you. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of changes. It's not for you to basically have your ego up in a, make sure that you are leveling yourself out. Make sure that you are understanding other people too as well. And make sure that there is a sense of forgiveness and understanding. And yeah, my Virgos, yeah, you won't. Only some, for some reason, some will initially allow their ego to get the best of them. So hopefully you do not do that, because for my Virgos, you have really disciplined yourself to die that ego down. Okay, a lot of you really ascended here to basically be great of that of manifestors. You might initially be with a partner here that also is of a powerful manifestor. Both of you are going to be a power couple, and I believe the universe believes that you are deserving of that, Virgos. Okay, yes, there was delays. Yes, there was setbacks. Yes, there was chaos. Yes, there was havocs. There was a lot, and that just had to happen. It had to happen. Okay, because if not, you wouldn't be where you at now. All right. A lot of my Virgos too are numb, very, very numb. Okay. When it comes to pain, it's not how it was before. Okay. Because a lot of you have already surpassed already that pain and how it feels. So you're not going to be putting yourself back into that experience or situation. A lot of you are very alert and aware when there's games being played here, and you're not tolerating it, nor are you dealing with it. There are times when you are your very playful self. Okay, so Virgos, you are understanding, when it's time to be playful, but you are also understanding when it's time to be serious. You don't mind helping others as long as you know that they're helping themselves. You don't mind basically teaching others as long as you know that they're listening and they're understanding themselves. And you don't mind showing people how to move forward in their life here, as long as there's a level of respect back and forth being for shown. Okay. All right. There could have been a lot of doubt too as well. Okay, even though for some reason people wanted to initiate and come and support my Virgos, there were still setbacks and doubts, Virgos, and that's because you were still trying to figure yourself out. Okay, that's because you were also confused yourself. That's why, because there was a little bit of doubt. Okay, so when you do that, you present yourself here initially, you put your foot down and you express these altercations or alternatives or what your objectives are going to be or your goals. Okay, what happens is obviously people are very observational, okay, and they pick up on that energy when they feel like you're setting yourself back, for failure. And you may have seen a lot of people initially push you forward here in a sense, and you are grateful for that and thankful too as well, because that's exactly what you needed. Okay, and they didn't know that. All right, so hopefully you say thank you to those that have basically pursued and have been persistent and seen the potential in you overall, because that's just what you needed. You needed some sort of a little bit of nudge and a push and companionship in a sense here too as well, especially if you were in a partnership here, or starting out as a friend or best friend here. They seen that potential in you, and they knew that you were still working on yourself. Okay, so there was a lot of failure, there was a lot of doubt, there was a lot of miscommunication, misimpaired judgments possibly maybe behind your back. But I do believe, my Virgos, you are very mature at this point in time. A lot of you are still ascending. A lot of you obviously are still learning, just like everybody else. But you're at a high peak. You're at a high level, and you know who you are. Okay, so a lot of you are going to be receiving some sort of entitlement. Not that you're going to have your ego, okay, wrapped up in a bunch to the extent where you believe you deserve this sense of entitlement. Hopefully that does not happen. Okay, because people obviously will start steering away from you, and not wanting to go towards you. Okay, because you're not understanding the assignment and what's actually going on. Okay. Okay, so let's clarify for my Virgo collectors here. Okay. We have the Five of Swords, and this could have been in the past or in the current past. Okay, with that Five of Swords, it's just saying, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to argue. I'm not gonna remind anybody of anything. I'm not gonna explain myself initially here. What I'm gonna do is basically reverse this sense of anger, right, or anguish or arrogance, and turn it into something positive, something that you completely worked on in a sense here and was married to. Okay, there's something that some sort of blessing, some sort of project, some sort of seed that you were married to, and you worked on it over and over and over again, and that's something that you grew attached to, and that's something that you grew something experienced to here. And yeah, a lot of people are seeing that. Okay, we do have Capricorn energy here, but it's just initially saying that you are really passionate about what you're doing, and you have this sense of consistency and determination here. It can also speak of the fact that you are attached to this. You give it a lot of time, you give it a lot of energy. Okay, usually the Knight of Cups with the whole Devil card, and that Page of Swords is basically being ahead of the game and being very smart and diligent at what you're doing here, to the extent where you're going to have options and opportunities, and offers coming in for you, Virgo. Okay, and I do believe initially you are seeing that from time to time here. We do have the Knight of Cups, so that speaks of an offer. It can also speak of a proposal here. So congratulations, okay, for most of my Virgos here, of a proposal or an offer of an opportunity here to basically establish something with people that are going to be liable and reliable and be there for you on a consistent basis, so that you can achieve progress and exceed and succeed. So there is going to be making a decision. You're going to be making a decision. You might have to end specific circumstances in your life here, because your life, Virgos, is completely changing, and it's about to happen. And initially, if not this weekend, it is next week, by next week or next weekend, ultimately here. Okay. So yeah, there is celebratory moments here coming together. It can also initially speak of that someone does not want to be part of third party circumstances, situations, problematics, problems, issues, and stuff like that. So you basically allowed someone to really see your importance, your worth, your value overall here, and see the progress of basically just deciding to just be with you two together and progress together, future plan, travel together. But it can also mean that there's going to be more collaboration with more than one person, of a union, and coming together to succeed and exceed on some sort of project that you have basically been putting hard work and effort into, Virgos, and that's what's going to happen. It is a huge turnaround initially here. So you might be in a current setting where you believe that you might be stuck and stagnant still, right, and not moving forward, not going anywhere. No, that has ended. That has come to a completion. Okay, because yeah, most of my Virgos really understood the assignment here. So you have your wishes being fulfilled here with the 10 of Cups, with the 9 of Cups, and then we have that 10 with that Ace here of Pentacles. Okay. And yeah, news of travel, Wheel of Fortune, things going in your favor, and things on a consistent move here. And it could have been with someone initially that may have had made some sort of decision in the past that they are in regrets of. So they're taking action, forward movement here, okay, because they believe that initially you surpassed something and that you have been consistent, and they're seeing the outcome overall. So now they're like, oh my gosh, I made a very poor decision here in the past. Let me move forward and collaborate with this person, give this person this offer of what this person is actually deserving of, right? It also speaks of unconditional love and putting passion into it too as well, especially when it comes, if you are into a current partnership setting too as well, Virgos. Okay, so you really held on to something. This could be someone that you are partnering up with. It could also be people that are collaborating with you. Okay, there's not going to be any lack. There's going to be consistency. There's going to be motivation. Okay, you might stay past your hours, because this is something that's going to take time and patience and hard work, but I do believe that with all that patience and you finding meaning and purpose to some sort of project that you built or created here, I do believe someone wants to help now, right? They want to help, they want to come in, they want to guide, and they're pretty passionate about this. Why? Because they feel like they left you out in the cold, okay? Especially when it comes to relationships too, Virgos, okay? You could have possibly may have felt detached or separated, but that's all for a reason, right? Sometimes, like I said, you got to be alone to determine what's going on and to actually rectify it and fix it, right? Also to determine what you're feeling too as well. Don't think for a second that someone, because they're detached or separated from you, they do not care about you. No, they're constantly thinking of you. Why? Because you took your power, you took your control back, and you're doing something about it. It's for a good cause. You know, you're not being selfish. You know, you could have reminded someone too that they're part of something here and that they're not going to be left out. Okay, that's also a beautiful reminder too, because that's all this person wanted to know. Okay, could have been a Pisces here, but it's the fact that there is communication still. Just because you're detached doesn't mean this person is not understanding as to why you're detached. Okay, they know that you're trying to accomplish something here initially, and it has a lot to do with basically acts of service or helping people, or even healing, right? It could be also be therapeutic for you if you're doing some sort of creation or talent, Virgos, okay? But you are healing, and Eight of Wands speaks of fast forward movement here. There has been so much that has been happening and going on. It could be projects, okay, like I said. So there's going to be some sort of time management that's going to be needed, right? But this is going to make you happy. This is going to make you very happy, okay? You might need some time to think about it here. Well, besides an offer or proposal, okay, it can be an offer of something that you've never worked on. You know, it's something different outside of your originality, okay, of what you did work on, right? But a lot of you feel mundane about it. A lot of you feel like, no, this is not my thing, right? You want something more challenging. Well, that's coming, okay? And I'm speaking for those who work so hard and striving and thriving, okay, and have been consistent so far, thus far here, you know, for themselves here. So yeah, congratulations, Virgos, okay, for those that I am speaking of when it comes to a surprise initially. Okay, so what do we have now? What do we have? Who do we have? Oh, Aries. Aries. Hello, Esther. I'm waiting on you. Okay, so let's do Aries collectives. Okay, let's see what's going on for my Aries. Hello, Johnny. How are you? Aries rising. Awesome. Even for my Aries North Node, this is inclusive, okay, for my beautiful Aries. Like I said, listen, you may have water in your chart, Aries. You may have fire in your chart. You might have Capricorn in your chart. This initially just depends on the outcome overall, okay, and the current energy. All right. So, Aries, Sinsano, you, my friends. So these are friends that you know for quite some time now, because you would not be asking me about friends that you just currently met. That takes time. Yes, Sinsano. Yes, they do care about you. Why would they not care about you? Because you had a beautiful routine. You had a beautiful routine. Sometimes routines tend to change because people's situations and circumstance changes. Usually you're not used to that if you're not in experiencing that change, okay? So your old friend could have had some sort of change, okay, an enforcement of a change for themselves in their life initially, and I do believe they follow their happiness. So that's possibly maybe why you're not hearing too much from this person or seeing too much of this person, but they do care about you. Hopefully they get the time to let you know about that, okay, and talk to you and speak to you about their change. And it is a happy change, it's not a bad change, okay, because I believe that this person has been burdened with so much responsibility and sad for a very long time, until someone actually seen who they really were. And this person, yeah, was happy. It was like an instant connection is what Spirit is telling me, okay? um, let's clarify before I actually get into the Aries, okay? Yeah, see, my love, Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. All right. Yeah, this person is very tied to this person, okay, and they have been enjoying themselves. Yeah, the Hermit. So this person, it was time for this person, love, okay, to receive happiness, okay. They're happy, okay. We do have the Sun card, Leo energy. They're very happy, yeah, because they've been through so much. So I do believe the universe, God was saying it's their time to be happy now, okay. So that's why you're feeling some sort of way, because you guys were always on a routine, right? Communication, you know. Yeah, there's like, you're like looking down, you're like, huh, what happened? Why the change all of a sudden? You know, this was my faith and my hope person. I get it, right? You were confused to a sorts, but intuitively you know this already. You know that this person with the help of a partner, is recovering and is healing with that Four of Swords. But you know, you feel sad, right? Because it's a change that happened so fast, right? It happened instant here, okay? And you could be burdened about this situation, all right? Because you felt committed to this person, all right? Yeah, but this person's going to come back around to you, okay? They're going to come back around to you once they finish their establishment and their stability with this person, okay? And they're going to tell you everything, like the Fool. They're going to tell you everything, okay? So you might establish some sort of change now when it comes to time management and seeing each other, okay? But no, love, that person's not over you. No, never, ever. You're like family to them. No. Kidding me? All right. All right, Aries. Let's see what's going on for my Aries collectors, okay? Make sure to share, follow, and like, okay? So what's going on for my Aries? Let's see, beautiful Aries. My Rams, my Ramses. What's going on? I started, my Aries. I started dancing right now. Ooh. The fiery, passionate, true side of my Aries is coming out. Most of my Aries has already came out of their comfort zone. Um, wow, this is beautiful. Thank you, Gator. Okay, so yeah, a lot of my Aries, you're choosing to basically be different, be unique. A lot of you are already unique. You're already different here. Your desires, your passions are coming out, whether you like it or not. It's being exhilarated, exuded. Okay, and this is a sense of a establishment and excitement, power about yourselves here, and believing that you can put forth hard work and within two, three people, four or five, possibly maybe here, about some sort of change initially. Okay, it could be relocation, location, it could just be a change, a huge change, an immense change. And yeah, Aries, you can have Leo in your chart, okay, initially here. But this is going to basically give you a sense of confidence and strength and excitement. It might make, you know, other people be like, wow, this is awesome, you know. They might be ecstatic or excited for you, okay? This is not something, I can't say this is something that you have done before. No, it's out of the norm. I'm just going to say that, okay? But it's just something you realize, and you're having a sense of realization, Aries, that that's just who you are, right? And either people are going to accept you for who you are, or, you know, you're going to go your own merry way and basically continue to move forward here, because you know what, you have already reached a level of self-respect, okay, or respect initially here, where you can basically care less about what other people initially think about you, because of the level of confidence and the fact that you are exuding at your highest point at this point in time, and the fact that maybe possibly maybe you know, last month a lot of my Aries could have been in Virgo magician energy, which is basically manifesting or affirming what you basically want for yourself, okay? And now you're seeing things actually unfold, okay? Because it's just something that you completely consistently thought of or about. So it could also speak of the material aspects too as well. Maybe changing, you know, your hairstyle, changing your look. There's going to be a lot of stuff physically that's going to be changing about you, and you think for some reason that it's going to you know, make you look odd or weird in the sense here. No, it's just the actual vibration, the actual exuding excitement, enlightenment side of you that's just going to be sporadic, and no one really seen that side of you. Yeah, and that's because, you know, like I said, there's a time and a place for everything, Aries, okay? Yeah, yeah, it's just a very endearing, um, exhilarating, passionate, fiery side of you. And Aries, you're gonna figure out that, you know, not everyone can take that. You know, it can be obviously maybe a bit too much. You know, where you might have to have some sort of control or barrier or limitation, or policy or implication put on your end. So it's just to make sure that the people that, you know, are not used to that, you know, give them some time to get used to who you are, your ways of being, and how much you've changed. And then the desire is it's a lot, you know. So some people can handle The attentiveness, the fiery side of you, the passionate, desirable side of you, the exhilarating, exuding, enlightening side of you, the ascended side of you, on a physical basis, because now everything that's been hidden inside Aries is now exhilarating, exuding, is coming out. Okay, so some people can handle it, some people can't, in a sense here. So you're going to be receiving either a sense of communication, a willingness to basically get to know you, but Aries, you're in control now here. Okay, so it is basically indicating to come out of your comfort zone, and you're going to want to do that after basically holding back, because you were, like I said, you were trying to figure yourself out. So you are who you are, and you're not going to stop for anybody. Okay, especially those fire signs that have heavy earth in your chart, it's happening. Okay, and yeah, it's just another character of you. Okay, so you could have been moving and processing your thoughts and stuff like that in a more moonish, lower level type of energy. Okay, so a lot of you are already taking charge of your sun and your ascendants and your rising. Okay, because you are aging. Okay, but not aging physically, just your age. All right, and that's just the true you. All right, so you're going to be seeing a lot of back-arounds, people coming back around to you. You're going to be like, what is this, and it's not you, Aries, it's the part of you that no one ever seen. They're like, wow, WOW, exclamation point to infinity and beyond, literally. Okay, it's not a bad thing. It can be a bad thing. Okay, if you don't have any control or self-control or discipline, Aries. Okay, so you have to really discipline yourself. You have to really allow people to know initially a set stone time here, where you don't have it at this point in time. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about, you do need rest. You do need to take this time out, literally. You do need to distribute yourself accordingly. You do need to, prioritize your time, okay? Because a lot of people are going to be wanting your attention, your energy, okay? Your vibrant rays, your being, your laughter, your sense of excitement, your sense of initial passion. And you could just be, your normal self, but your face is not seeing that. Who you are is not seeing that. It's just a lot, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want this. I don't want it. Okay, you're ready. I do believe the universe and divine knows that you are ready. You're ready. Okay, it's going to be a lot of questioning, because it's a quick change. I'm not. I kid you not. Okay, it could be a change of career. It could be the fact that you're freaking in love. You're open now. You're like, whew, I give all my love, but it has to be with someone that can can take that type of energy. A very fun opposite side of you, a very fun and dynamic and understanding part of you. You're gonna know instantly who that person is, per se. Okay, they're gonna laugh with you. They're I believe this partnership is someone that is basically going to level you out. Okay, and really calm you down in a sense, but it has always everything to do when it comes to communication and the stimulants, the stimulating of that communication is more desirable than anything else, Aries. Okay, so even with Aries North Node, you could have possibly maybe in the past had a very hard time expressing yourself, had a very hard time expressing or acknowledging specific things when it came to a sense of communication. And now your communication is on point and on key, and it's giving a lot of people shock and at all. They're like, what the hell? And it's matching every sense of your being, Aries, and who you are. Okay, and that's why you're going to get a lot of coming arounds here. Okay, and you're like, oh my gosh, no one ever came around to me. Nobody ever freaking cared. Blah blah blah. No, sorry. It's when it's God's time, it's God's time, and you have to really be in your strength here. Okay, you really have to understand why all this is happening. Okay, and initially you are, and you're going with the flow. But once that huge impact of a change happens, Aries, universe, God is saying you're ready. Don't shut it down. Don't say no. You're freaking ready. Okay, claim it. You're ready. Okay. There's a lot of questions. There's gonna be a lot of questions. Trust me. You're gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Aries is like, oh my gosh, did I ask for this? Yeah, you kind of did. Okay. And sometimes, you know, it's in your fortune. You can't do nothing about it. It's your destiny, Aries. Okay, you did it. You did it. Okay. And it took a lot of discipline. I kid you not. A lot of discipline, a lot of putting your foot down because, you know, Aries, you didn't know the outcome. You were just so passionate about certain things being a specific way, you know? You didn't even know that you released of the past or that you got cleansed of the past so that you can start anew, okay? Because you've done so much sacrifice and you deserve to be happy, the sun, okay? And you've been waiting for so long for this. You actually affirmed it. That's what you did. Boom. No, I'm in control. I give my time to who I want to give it to, right? Yeah, you can have Earth in your chart, heavy. Leo in your chart, Sun, heavy, okay? Look at this. This is what you did. Instead of instead of receiving happiness, Aries, in the current past, this is all you did. You stood to yourself, reflecting on the past and being aware and taking accountability of your situations, your personal decisions, your decisions that you've made. Okay, this is beautiful. Aries, I kid you not, the star. You may have Aries North Node. You might have Aries in your chart somewhere, somehow. Okay, I kid you not. It is your destiny. Okay, you might be dealing with an Aquarius. Okay, you might have Aquarius in your chart here. It's your fortune, it's your right. You said the hell with this for now, because I know it's coming, right? You understood the assignment. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to discipline myself. I don't care if I got to stay stuck and feel like I'm in prison, but I'm going to find out who the hell I am and I'm going to figure this out. Okay? Why? Because I want my happiness at the end of the day, right? And this is what's coming. That's right. Okay? You waited too long for this and it's coming. All right? Someone could feel wounded and this could be you, Aries, okay? Because you've taken so much. Okay? So much pain, so much weight, so much anguish, anger. You took that in. You didn't complain it to nobody. None of that. You took that in, you turned it around, and this is why you're enlightened. This is why you're exuding, and this is why you're illuminating. Okay? Okay. What do we have next? What do we have next? I did Virgo, right? Virgo, Aries. Ooh, yes, let's do Sagittarius Chiquita. Thank you, love. What's going on with my Sagittariuses? Ooh, my Sagittariuses are in that quiet mode. You guys are in quiet mode because you guys are planning. But planning as the days go by. Christy Capricorn. Oh yes, I did indicate Capricorn. You are so right. Okay, let's do Capricorn all over again, right? Let's see if there's any energy that changed, but I doubt it. Claudia, what happened to Veronica? Yeah, let's do Cancer too after Sagittarius Collectors, okay? I still got some time available still till I have to exit, okay? I'm still with coffee. I was gonna say who drinks coffee at this time, but I know I'm not the only one, nor am I the last one. So, oh, Leo is your ex before. What's my ex before? Oh, okay, yeah. So Leo's gotta learn their lesson, or their blessing, one of the two. Okay, so let's see. Let's answer Claudia's question. What happened to Veronica? Let's ask Spirit. Let's ask Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. What happened? An ending. I'm seeing an ending, like being let go of, releasing, exiting, walking away, no longer wanting to be part of a situation. I'm getting some sort of interference. I'm getting some sort of instigating or collaborating, thinking that everybody else was on the same page. Initially, they were not. They were masking or misrepresenting themselves because they wanted to know who the actual goat was. And that could have been this person thinking that everybody was with them instead that they were actually against them. But let's clarify, Claudia. This person was very loving. Let me see something. Nope. Nope, nope, they weren't. They were masking that they were loving. Um, yeah, there's a block here. Betrayal, argument. Yep. Thinking that this person can one up, but it didn't happen. So thank you, Father. So I have the Ace of Cups, okay? Usually, sometimes an ace is a people that have that love, right? And it's being hidden. It's not being indicated. But going along with someone initially to plan something out because they're burdened about seeing some sort of truth, or they possibly maybe knew ahead of time some sort of truth. So they basically went with this person on everything that they were saying. But initially, look, it turned out bad. Okay, we do have the Ten of Wands. We have the blockage. This somebody knew ahead of time here, of what was going on. Okay, because it's like they wanted to manifest something because they didn't want to release. They didn't want to let go. Okay, here. Yeah, this happened so quickly here. Look at that. This person's heartbroken because they thought that everybody was with them, but instead a lot of people were against them. Okay. It's like somebody didn't want to see someone happy. Okay, that's what I'm getting here too as well. They were pretty burdened about the situation. Okay, someone was in love, but this is like sincere action. This is somebody pissed, not happy, pissed off and burdened, because it's like they were holding on to them and they were expecting, they were having some sort of expectations. They thought that they possibly may have somebody wrapped around their finger, putting too much energy into someone perhaps instead of basically, taking control of their life and remaining busy, staying busy here. Yeah, someone initially knew who they needed to go towards, and they could have already broken somebody's heart. They could have already released of this person already. Okay, yeah, this already happened. Okay, yeah, they blocked them too. They got blocked. Okay, cut out. Okay, Capricorns, and then Sagittarius collectives. Okay, and then after Sagittarius, if you have any further questions, indicate them down below, and then I will be exiting collectives. Okay, alrighty. Okay, let's see if the energy switched, if it changed. Let me see for my Capricorn collectives. Let's see. I mean, well, there's excitement now. There's passion now. Yes, there's excitement. There's growth, and there's passion now. There could have been just a teeny bit doubt, but that already went out the window. Um, Capricorns, you released of some sort of partnership. I'm getting from my Capricorns initially, some of my Capricorns that are part of a business or enterprise or some sort of an initial initiation. I believe you may have either let go of someone, fired someone here, released of them, and this already happened here for my Capricorn collectives because you were seeing things for actually what it is now. Okay, you are also in full throttle control too as well. Some sort of initial buyout, some sort of initial corporation company here from my Capricorn collectives. Initially, for some reason, you thought that you weren't gonna be the one to take over, be the one to take control. But Capricorns, it is in your birthright to take control here, or just in your destiny here to take control of something here, especially if you've been patient, or if it's part of some sort of progress and in collaboration of family dynamic, or inheritance. It's just happening. Okay, so I mean, you could be the next best thing, the next boss, or something like that, and you've been really diligently patient waiting on a time where you're going to release or let go and fire someone initially here. But it really took you a very long time to try to make some sort of decision, weigh out on this decision initially here. because you just wanted to see something, right? There was a lot of delays, there was a lot of setbacks, holdbacks, right? A bit of confusion, a bit of sadness in a sense, right? A bit of a turn down, depression, you could say, ultimately, because you wanted to see things really grow and be proud of it. But you didn't really see that much, right? It was taking too long for my Capricorn collectives. But now, initially on the back end here in your mind, you're pretty excited about something, some sort of startup here, and you really could have ended something with someone, or you really could have ended someone that could have possibly have taken charge of some sort of corporation or company, and now you're taking charge, okay? And now you just want to start a whole new thing for yourself, and it was really weighing heavy. You were stuck and stagnated on what creations, what ideas possibly you can come up with too as well, and further researching on that, okay? Especially when it comes to progress too as well, okay? Progress initially for my Capricorns, on how things are going to work out, right? But the fact that you're holding on to faith and hope, the fact that you're believing in yourself here because you're seeing that initially, ultimately on more than one party, you're a bit excited. You're excited. I'm sensing a sense of excitement. And yeah, and you're like on the go. Most of my Capricorns are on the go. You have not completely communicated something with someone initially here. This could be some sort of small enterprise, some sort of small entrepreneurial work flow. The documents have not came in initially yet for it to be presented, but I do see a lot of my Capricorns already sending out some sort of offer letter or contracts, or initiating some sort of idea and creativity that they believe that it's going to really last long term and be of a legacy, because of the grand gesture and the partnership and the strength overall and the creativity and the ideas ultimately that more than one person has here, and that's beautiful. That is what you call a blessing. Okay, so yeah, you could have really been patient and waited on some sort of beautiful offer, and it's coming in, okay, from my Capricorns. All right, and Capricorns, you could be the one making this offer initially out to someone, okay, but you do want to protect it, and I get it because this is considered long term. It is considered a legacy. It is considered as something that's basically going to live out forever, right? Forever. But yeah, so you do want to protect it as much as you can as possible. Yeah, Spirit is saying to please protect this offer. It is considered a blessing from the divine. It is considered a blessing from the universe. Okay, Capricorns, you've been so patient about this blessing. You've been so patient about this offer because you have been deceived. You have been betrayed. You have been backstabbed. You have been stepped on. You have been lied to, and you're no longer tolerating that. Okay, you don't want that to happen anymore on the front end when it comes to any corporation, any company, any LLC, anything of that nature. So you're going to do what you have to do to protect it moving forward. Okay, so initially you could be in your head about ideas. You are taking action. Specifically, you may have indicated this to more than one person, or maybe just one person, on the steps forward that you're going to be taking here, and what should be implemented on some sort of offer. Maybe possibly take the time out to talk about it, right? Talk about it initially with everyone that you want it to be inclusive towards and to whom. Okay, so there could have been some sort of back end mockery group chat too as well, Capricorns. People not really believing in you, right? Talking a lot of stuff, mumbo jumbo, let's just put it that way. Especially for my Virgo collectives to Capricorns, if you have heavy Virgo in your chart or Taurus in your chart here, there could have been a lot of group chats, groupie talks, initially here about maybe your sense of ideas, or the fact that you want to collaborate on something initially here, or something that you were putting passion and hard work into, and what you did basically is they all stood shut. Everyone had to eat their words. That's what ends up happening, Capricorns. Yeah, that's right. Everyone had to eat their words. Because even though you were hearing initially lots of comments, lots of laughter, lots of backstabs or talks initially, we are in that opposition time. Okay. So, Capricorns, even though there was delays, even though there were setbacks, even though you were taking everybody's opinions or comments for what it actually is, you wanted to see it for yourself so that you can make this decision ultimately. And you are about to just do that. Okay. And yeah, a lot of people are going to have to eat their words, okay? But it's not in a bad way. It's just, don't judge before you actually know somebody, or you're actually in their shoes to actually know what they're about, who they are, their inheritance, their past, their history overall. This is why I say, highly do not judge anybody at all. Try to understand them, communicate with them, and actually know who they are and get to know them. Maybe you'll start liking them instead of judging them. Okay. Okay. So, Capricorns, I do believe after the blessing comes in, because you're going to be heavily, heavily, heavily busy, very, very, very focused. You're going to respect, obviously, those that are already in a partnership. But, when it comes to business partnership, when it comes to friendship, you're going to respect that even more too as well initially, okay? Because you don't really want the sense of working together, collaborating, teamwork to end, right? So obviously you do have to communicate on that behalf. But I'm not saying that you're not going to be respectful, Capricorns. You are. You're very respectful. You're very loyal too as well, and you're very understanding, okay? As long as everything is basically going with the flow and harmonizing, right? A lot of you too as well, you're just going to possibly maybe have fun on the love factor here. You might be knowing someone slowly but surely, diligently here too as well. If it is in the divine right path here, or God already put your name in the book of life to actually be with someone, and it's just destined and it's fated, there's no one that nobody can do. There's nothing no one can do, because obviously that was meant for you. That's your person, and that's just who God wrote in the book of life. So I don't know what to tell you, right? All right, so Temperance card here, Sagittarius. Okay, yeah, Capricorns, current past, being so passionate, but also being so patient. Okay, yeah, this is the current energy. This is excitement. Okay, this is the will and determination to grow and exceed. Okay, from an olive branch that you've seen grow. Okay, and you're pretty excited about that. Okay, initially here, and it's because you've been so patient. You have been so patient, Capricorns. Yes, you have. You have taken so much on, but you're following your sense of intuition, and you're actually realizing, you're having a sense of internal recognition of why all this is happening now. You're like, whoa, it's just because it's time. Ace of Swords. It's time. It's time to have that clarity, that either yourself or one is a deserving of, or multiple people that are deserving of it. Okay, and it also speaks of communication. But let's see. Yeah, recognition and victory. Okay, you're seeing victory here. We do have the moon card, so it may not have been communicated just yet, but it's coming. Okay. Um, yeah, so you are ending it with someone from the past, that possibly may have worked with you for so many years. Okay, so yeah, the death card. Okay, you either let go of somebody, Capricorns, like I said, you fire someone, you just couldn't no more, right? So yeah, there's someone you let go, someone you fired, I don't know, you just let go of them, period. Okay. And yeah, here we go with fast forward movement and action now being taken here. Okay, even though you're feeling a sense of sadness, I get it, right? Because you're like, oh my gosh, I known this person for so long. Okay, so a lot of you basically could have been recovering in recovery mode, right, before you took action, wanting to take action. Most of you already took action, right? Yeah, here we go with this abundance, stability, and establishment, right? You guys are doing what you need to do and what's going to better your life moving forward, okay? So if you had to basically be strict, put your foot down, yeah, that already happened, okay? Five of Wands speaks of you're not giving up. You're not going to back down this time. No, this is going to be something you're going to be completely committed towards. Here we go. The beginning starts with the Fool card, okay? Awesome, Capricorns. This is beautiful. It's going well. How about you, Zachariah? It's going beautiful. It's awesome. Grand. Okay. Um, let's see what we have for family for Capricorn, though. It's like family knows you more than you know yourself. So family, family's just on their throne. Family's just being patient. Family, it's so funny. Family knows you more than you know yourself. That's awesome, right? It's like family knew what had to occur, what had to happen. Even though there's pain, right? Because there could be some sort of form of separation, Capricorns, when it comes to family. You may not be communicating with these people initially here because, yeah, you're trying to accomplish something. I believe they're seeing the bigger picture now. They're understanding it now, okay, because they are seeing the changes, Capricorn, and they are respecting you, okay. They're finally really wholeheartedly respecting you and your decisions. They know that there's going to be a turnaround, a back around. They just don't know for how long, and they don't know how consistent you're going to be or if you're even going to stay, okay. Um, So, a family could be figuring some way, somehow to basically continuously, be in contact with you some way, somehow. So you might be seeing communication in and out here and there overall. But yeah, you're still focused on one thing, and you're going to do that. You're going to do just that. You're going to accomplish that. Okay. Okay. So Sagittarius let's see what's going on for my Sagittarius collectives here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Okay. Sagittarius, and then obviously I'm going to be exiting collectives. Okay. All right. So let's see, my Sagittarius is on. Okay, so I'm getting silence from my Sagittarius collectors. You guys are planning heavy, and thank you, Spirit. I hope it's not a vindication. I hope it's not being vindictive, Sagittarius, is because you are not that, unless you're carrying Scorpio energy. Okay, um, if you're planning on how to better yourself and not explaining that, then that's fine. But Sagittarius says, I hope that you're not planning on some sort of vindication here because of a sense of rejection, or the fact that there's grave regret because you should have initially taken action beforehand, and that did not happen. It's just something that you basically need to learn. Okay, that happened. It doesn't mean that it's not going to come back around. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean that you're not going to move forward here. Obviously, you're understanding the bigger picture of things too as well, right? So initially here, Sagittarius is you're doing things silently, and that's fine. Okay, you're learning how to better yourself, and you're going to do just that, and you're going to be fine. Okay, initially, you're used to the conversations, you're used to the attention, you're used to the socialization, but Sagittarius says you don't want to be bothered, nor do you want to be in anyone's business in a sense here, because you've noticed that every time, either someone comes and, interferes with your projects and stuff like that, it can distract you. It can distract you, and it really makes you think whether or not you really want to be where you're at currently, or you really want to accomplish or complete some sort of task that you already initially put yourself into, because of the energy, okay, the energies, people being around you, and you're like, wait, I can't do this anymore, a lot of you, took action for a lot of people. A lot of you had passions to basically start up something, and it never accomplished or never finished here. And that's because, Sagittarius, that you have a tendency of taking on energy that you don't want. Okay. And it's really hard for you to release of that energy. And it really it makes you contemplate a lot. You're like, what the hell is going on with me, and why am I feeling this way? Right. And it could have been very toxic in a sense here too as well. So this is why maybe you ask yourself so many times, why do I need to be detached? Why do I need to be by myself? Why do I need to be separated? And well, it's usually, the divine trying to tell you something. We don't want you around too many people at this point in time, because you still need to have some sort of self-control, especially when it comes with your point of communication. The Sagittarius is you tend to lose people easily because you have no filter. Okay, you just say what you say and how you feel out of anger, or discretion, or it's jealousy in a sense here, and it could be quite disheartening, okay, or heartbreaking, because you initially did not intend to indicate these things out of your mouth. But some of you just had this IDGF attitude. Okay, you didn't care about the outcome or how much it hurt somebody. But you also need to understand that there's higher ups, looking down above us, and they see that. They see how heartbreaking it is. And you're probably initially telling yourself why it took so long for you to receive your blessings. A lot of my Sagittarius is you may have been blessed already. You may have received blessings, and hopefully you learned from that, and you took it with a grain of salt of how to become a better person and how to better yourself moving forward, especially when it comes to a sense of socialization, and what you can say and not say, and what you should, be an adult about, and just keep to yourself. Not everyone is you, Sagittarius, okay? Everyone is still learning at different measures, different levels, okay? You got to understand that. And you also got to respect when someone says no, it's no. Okay. And I believe that you are. You're very respectful, but at the same time, there could have been some sort of confrontational impatientness when it came to someone that you really cared about. And because there was an impatience, you believe that someone initially or possibly maybe new came into your life and you thought that they were end all be all. And instead they wreaked havoc on you. So you possibly may have went to someone back initially to see if, you know, they were still available or capable of being around you to the extent where you thought that you've changed. And there was something still that needed to be worked on. And I do believe this, it depends. It could be vice versa. Sagittarius is okay. It could just be that, this person wasn't ready for the next step, wasn't ready for the next level ultimately. They were still working on themselves, and that was something that you needed to understand and respect. Instead, you could have put a lot of disillusionments or illusions in your head, okay, as to why this person was not ready for you. But instead, you kind of blocked everything in your path or blessing out of your life here. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, but Sagittarius is you're gonna make change. I see it already. You're so passionate. Um, you can care less about what's happening externally around you. Literally, I'm serious. You're seeing the pattern externally. You're seeing the truth for what it is externally. And you're also little by little working on yourself. I know easier said than done, but you are. Okay. Especially when it comes to your sense of expressions or posting anything, you are quite cautious now about it. You're seeing the patterns. You're like, oh my gosh, now I know why people don't want to be around me, right? So yeah, Sagittarius is, you could also, for some reason too, as well, indicated specific things about people, but you didn't look at yourself in the mirror to say, oh my gosh, I also did that, and I'm here talking about someone. And then I wonder why, there's doors and windows and blessings not opening for me. Okay, so a lot of you are really taking things with a grain of salt. A lot of you could have possibly have degraded or downgraded, okay, so that you can focus on your finances, so you can be able to have the ability to save, even though you know that that's hard for you, right? Especially those that have children and responsibility and tasks that need to basically be implemented here. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you sacrificed, and I get it, right? A lot of you could have wanted unions and reunions, all right? A lot of you thought that you were with your end all be all, and that wasn't the case. A lot of you could have stood with someone that you thought was your end all be all, and still stood, because you guys are very loyal, very passionate about someone that you've invested in, that you've taken time with, or, about. But, you could really be telling yourself, it could be hitting home now. You're like, listen, once my children are big, I'm out. I am not happy with this situation. And I get it. I do. So a lot of you could be finding your sense of internal happiness at this point in time. If someone's willing to go with you, allow them to go with you. If not, you can care less. But you're going towards your happiness. You've done a lot of self-sacrificing, especially when it came to your children and your kids. And it could be vice versa. Okay, if you weren't with your kids, Sagittarius, they will be coming to you. Okay, if they're old enough now. Okay, collectives. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so collectives, let's clarify for my Sagittarius collectives here. All right. Yeah. Blessings in the current past, or possibly maybe months down the line, maybe last year, you received beautiful blessings, okay? It could have been a person, people, places, or thing, okay? Even money, who knows, right? So most of my Sagittarius, you were like, oh my gosh, my blessing. Yeah, your blessing, beautiful. But how about maintaining, right? You wasn't seeing the bigger picture for what it is. Look, at your wish fulfillment came in, and you were probably blindsided by it, okay? People, places, or things, okay? Could have been money, yeah. All right. And that speaks of Sagittarius is when it comes to sustaining, maintaining, investing, right? If you were receiving money ultimately here, that could have been the universe, that could have been God telling you, hello, hello, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we spending that? No, don't spend that. No, what are you doing? What are we doing? No, I gave you this blessing for a reason. So, a lot of you could really be breaking down, okay? Because you did ultimately have the blessing, but a lot of you were really blindsided by it, right? Because a lot of you probably felt trapped, right? A sense of entrapment too, as well. And your blindfolds being on, Sagittarius, is that initially you didn't see the bigger picture, okay? And this could have caused that tower moment here, because you were blind, when it came to a blessing, right? People, places, the thing, right? So a lot of you could have possibly may have spent a lot of money, needing to basically downgrade. A lot of you didn't, spend your money in investing. Okay, didn't think long term initially here. All right, putting something into some sort of stock, some sort of saving where it can reap growth. Okay, yeah, and there could be sentimental vulnerability, breaking down to as well, but also making a mature decision this time now back around, right? So Sagittarius is you're in that Queen of Swords energy. You're cutting everything and anything out, and you have your eyes wide open now. You know what to do. You're going to be taking charge here, and it comes to basically, you might see a lot of 1111s. It might be reconciling with oneself, okay, and really working on yourself here, to exude, yeah, this Queen of Wands energy, and to receive some sort of proposal again or offer in a sense here, okay. A lot of you, like I said, yeah, had some sort of leadership position. You may have dealt with someone with leadership position, but there is heartbreak here, Three of Swords. So that could have also been turned down, that sense of proposal and offer too. But you're seeing the bigger picture, okay. You could really feel wounded now, okay, really really wounded initially, because there has been a lot of losses, okay. Lots of losses, all right. um, and yeah, and you having to walk away and basically continuously work on yourself better, okay. um, but a lot of you could be questioning yourself about some initial attachment or burden or tie, okay. So there could possibly maybe one more lesson for you here, okay? And hopefully it has to do with another offer. And hopefully, Sagittarius, says you do not let this offer, go down, or you let it down, and learn from it moving forward. So you continue to expand and learn of oneself and grow of it too as well. And make your life a bit more stable and humble and understandable here. Yeah, okay. Ah, hello, 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 hello. Let me just say yes, that's what I want. Ah, hello, humble queen. How are you, love? So this is your first time on the live? Specific question. You're fine. You don't have to have a specific question, love. You're good? Okay, awesome. Lion Queen B. No, Tony. All right, let's do this. Your humble queen. Oh, I love that. Oh, I like that name too, by the way. Okay, so let's see. If you want a general, let's see what's going on with you. Okay. I might be quiet just for like a good 10-15 seconds. Okay, you are new to the live, so just be patient with me, okay? And then I'll be responsive to you, okay, as I go within first initially, and then, okay. All right. And after the general, if you do have further questions, let me know too, okay? All right, so give me a sec, love. Hmm. Shy character, but you're very outspoken. Once you become susceptible to a sense of consistency with you, so you can feel heavily protected of yourself here. So you are shy. You're shy at first, but that's not your true person. That's not who you are. You're very set back about yourself. You're very cautious, precautious here. Okay, I get it. I get why you're so protected. Let's go far past down the line here for you when you was a baby, or maybe a little child in a sense here. As to why you're so shy, but yet you're loving, you're very receiving, you're very inviting. I believe you've had humble parents, loving, loving parents for you to be so shy, because they gave you lots and lots and lots of love to the extent where they protected you so much, enough for you to basically grow to be in that energy and exude that sense of protectiveness of oneself, and to be shy before you actually present yourself. If there is no initial initiation, you won't start anything, because first of all, you don't really like drama. You really set yourself back. You're mostly maybe an introvert in a sense here within your mind before you become that extrovert or extrovertedness. Someone more than one person or two. You might have a small confined circle of people that you basically trust and confine in. And if it's not that, it's fine. Pull your energy back. Um, you could have been for some reason challenged when you were a teenager. Okay, a lot of people were trying to figure you out and they could not. You had this sense of blockage or barrier about you. Okay, for some reason you always felt like somebody was out to get you, and they weren't out to get you. um, it really took time for you to basically initiate a relationship too. um, okay, so, and not that you didn't, you did, but that's what basically brought a little bit of the extrovertedness from you, when you had that initial primary relationship. Okay, and allowed you to be just a tad bit open in a sense here, but not all the way out. There is a sense of a comfort level, and that's fine initially, but um, it's going to come to a point where you're going to want to exceed that comfort level and come out of your comfort zone. Okay, so because you're shy, in a sense, you're very intellectual, you're very observant, and you like to be intellectually stimulated, not more or less just physically. But you still have not found someone that can really stimulate you, a sense of intrigueness and unknowns to you. So yeah, because you're shy and then you're extroverted, you have this sense of self-control to make these decisions for yourself, even though there's lots of options and also people putting in their sense of opinions. You don't, take that with a grain of salt. You make these decisions as you continue to observe on a consistent basis, and that's how you open up to someone. It also depends on loyalty. So you know when someone is lying, you know when someone is portraying to be something they're not. Yeah, and you speak your truth. Um, but that's not the shy part about you, okay? You speaking your truth has to do with um, the fact that you know that it's of tradition, okay, of culture, and also a level of respect. And just make sure that your mind, your face does not get dirty in front of anybody here. There could have been some sort of personal setbacks too. That could have caused delay, okay? Some sort of disagreement, to the extent where you needed to detach yourself because it's like someone was enforcing some sort of argument to get the best of you because they were tired of you being initially who you are. They thought that you were masking that. They were pissed that you were so humble. They were pissed that you were set in your ways. Okay, they were upset, so they were trying to push you. Okay, and force something out of you because they were just frustrated and they didn't want to be with you because you frustrated them. They just didn't like you. And you were like, what's going on, right? Why the mask? Why tell me that you care and all this stuff? Was it just because you was trying to, like, you're not a lab, honey. You're not science the bill guy. People shouldn't be experimenting on you and try to take something out that you're not ready to take out yet, but it is coming out, okay? Hopefully someone comes in your life that's going to accept you for you, but at the same time you don't want just anybody. You don't want anybody, okay? It's been a pattern so far because you're humble, you're shy, and that's just who you are. And you're just, you'll be willing and ready when you know the time is right for you to actually, put yourself out there. And you're not going to do it just for anybody, you're doing it for yourself. Okay, so just like it took work for you to try to open up little by little, a lot of people, are upset because you have this, you're protecting that loving side of you because you were raised that way. Okay, there were a lot of people that were overprotective of you. You could have been very bubbly and laughing and smiling when you were a baby. Okay, people loved your energy. All right, a very restful, peaceful type of mind too as well. Your parents made sure of that. Okay, um, and you're not the only sister, right? You're not the only one. There's a lot of protecting. That's what I'm getting. A lot of overprotecting, a lot of defense, a lot of people pushing you to be angry, to be upset, to be mad. And you were like, no, you picked it up pretty quickly. And that's because of your tradition and how you were raised. No one's going to stop you nor change you. Tell them to go back in time. I don't know. Tell them to work on themselves. You could have told plenty of people they got issues. That's what I'm getting. Sorry. Okay. Um, yeah, there's someone very attached to you and obsessed with you though too. Okay, there is a soul tie. Yeah, you're very intellectual. Yeah, I don't know. You get bored easily. You won't just be with anybody. They have to stand out. They have to be unique. For things to go in their favor and your favor. You get bored easily because you're very creative. You're very in tune. You're very ahead of yourself, and you maintain this type of energy a lot. Okay, a lot. And that's because you're so alert. You're your own detective. All right. And you are also well aware that you can be your own enemy too. Okay, because you're in control. Okay, and because you're an introvert. But the universe is, like I said, it's gonna push you. Okay, if you don't allow no one to push you to be more, of an extrovert, it's going to happen. So just be ready. Okay. Um, Reciprocity, you also want that balance, right? You don't want to keep doing for everybody all the damn time, right? Because you have such a loving heart. Until they know that you're going to put your foot down and be like, listen, I know what's going on here, okay? I don't got it. If you don't got it, then I don't got it. I gave you money, all right? I helped you. You're probably like, what about me? That's when you become an extrovert, when you have to speak your mind. But you're pretty cool. You're pretty nonchalant, okay? um, Right. If you have any questions, let me know, okay? Let me know if you have any further questions, all right? And just make sure to follow the live too as well, all right? Um, yeah, but you're balancing your life out now. I know it's a big confusion because it's like you had to do a lot of changes, right? I'm getting detachments, moving. Lots of going around, in circles, and you're like, okay, I'm putting a hold to that crap, basically. So yeah. Yeah, but that's when your person's coming. I love Welch's, just FYI for my fans and my followers. Welch's, you can't go wrong without them. Um, Hi Patty, how are you, love? Welcome. You see Fernando today. Yeah, he is happy. hmm He was very happy. He may not have shown it because he doesn't want you to think like, you know, he's too like, into you too fast, too soon. He's trying to take things little by little. Does it? Yeah, because that person's burden. I believe it's the one that's irritated by you. I believe it's the person that's aggravated by you because they're trying to take something out that you're not ready to. No, no, no. So they're trying to release of you, but they can't. You're too mysterious to this person. It's like every day they're learning something new about you, and that's because you're growing. And that's because you're shy. And that's because you didn't show all of you or all of yourself. Okay? That's why. So continue to be mysterious. You're doing awesome. That person's just going to keep coming around and around. I don't know whomever this person's dealing with, but, the other people, they're going to be like, what the hell is it about her? Like, why you keep going to her? Like, and he doesn't even know it himself. But he'll figure it out sooner or later. Because once you start exuding yourself, once you start becoming an extrovert, once you start pushing yourself forward now, and becoming this beautiful woman that you are and more, they're going to be like, oh, hella shocked. Hella shocked. Sometimes it's a good thing to be shy. It's a good thing, you know. It just shows people that, you have barriers and you have boundaries. Okay? Yeah, be comfortable leaving him alone. Or you will, trust me. I believe by the time this person figures out stuff, and comes to some sort of solution or conclusion overall, it's going to be too late for this person. So, yeah, you'll be fine. All right, collective. So, Namaste. Blessings to you all. I'll possibly maybe be on tomorrow. Obviously, you'll see my notification. If you are following me, I will follow back. Okay, that's just what I do. All right. So thank you for the likes, the genuinity, the patience. Okay, and hopefully everybody continues to receive positive affirmations each and every day. And yeah, and I'll continue with other signs too as well. Okay. Take care and namaste and blessings and thank you, Father. Thank you, Lord, okay, for giving me that strength and helping me basically give off healing and clarity amongst others and other people too as well, okay? Thank you, humble queen. And yes, I'll just be waiting for your call, Esther, okay? Thank you guys. Take care. Blessings to you.